The Pike County Sheriff's Office rounds up drug offenders, and prosecutors make new allegations against a Pike Circuit judge. I'm Robin Tillman, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. The Pike County Sheriff's Office hit the roads early this morning on the hunt for drug suspects. Sheldon tagged along with the department to get an up-close look at today's roundup.
The Pike County Sheriff's Department hit various parts of the county in an effort to round up nearly a dozen suspected drug dealers Wednesday. A total of 11 suspects were slated for arrest on indictments. As of Wednesday afternoon, tallies on individuals brought in were still being made. Though one suspect didn't appear to be home at the time police arrived, officers found a man not included in the indictments in the suspect's driveway, asleep with his vehicle running. He was taken into custody after police recovered numerous drugs and other drug-related items both on him and from his vehicle. Along with this, they also uncovered from the vehicle a knife, 2 billy clubs, a pellet gun, and a handheld reaping blade. Charges he could now be facing have not yet been processed. Pike County Sheriff Rodney Scott held a briefing in the early morning hours Wednesday and divided into teams roughly a dozen of his deputies and detectives to deploy for the day's efforts. The arrests were the results of an extensive investigative campaign by the Sheriff's Department with a total of 15 suspects originally marked for arrest. However, 4 were taken into custody prior to Wednesday's efforts. Areas of the counties covered during the roundup were parts of Elkhorn City and Phelps. Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Sheldon Compton.
Federal prosecutors are expanding their case against suspended Pike County Circuit Judge Howard Keith Hall, alleging he misused the county attorney's office payroll to pay individuals who did little or no work. In a new court filing, the U.S. Attorney's Office says Hall employed a family member as a part-time legal secretary for years with minimal work and temporarily removed them from the payroll during election cycles. Prosecutors also claim Hall funneled about $3,000 a month to a 2019 family court judge candidate as a way to support the campaign without making direct contributions, then stopped the payments once the candidate lost. Hall was already facing charges of mail fraud and theft of government funds for allegedly paying another assistant county attorney over $440,000 for little to no work. Prosecutors say the new evidence demonstrates a broader scheme to misuse public funds and shows intent behind the original charges. You can find more details and a full copy of the court filing on our website, mountain-topmedia.com. Coming up after the break, an effort is being made to clean up flood debris from Fish Trap Lake and surrounding waterways. We'll tell you about it when the Mountaintop Daily continues. But first, sports and weather.
With this Mountaintop Sports Report for Wednesday, I'm Brittany Rowe reporting. Mountaintop Sports will have coverage of junior high football on Thursday at Hillard Howard Field at 6:30 p.m. between Shelby Valley and Pikeville. Fans can watch the game live on Mountaintop TV, our free Mountaintop TV app, and our Mountaintop Sports Facebook page. On Friday, the 40th annual Pike County Bowl will kick off at Haywood Stadium with Game 1 featuring Pike County Central and Martin County, and Game 2 will have host Belfry taking on Louisville Central in the nightcap. Both games can be heard on the Mullet 96.5 FM. On Saturday, the Pike County Bowl kicks off night number 2 at Hillard Howard Field with Game 1 featuring Shelby Valley and Prestonsburg and Game 2 featuring host Pikeville against Cabell Midland. Both games can be heard on the GOAT and on 93.1 WDHR. Also on Saturday, the Kentucky Wildcats will host Toledo at 12:45 p.m. and Cat fans can listen to the game right here on 93.1 WDHR. For the latest area high school and college sports news, remember to check us out at mountain-topsports.com or like and follow us on Facebook, X, and on TikTok. Reporting for Mountaintop Sports, I'm Brittany Rowe. Have a great Wednesday, sports fans.
When the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, Attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When the women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
It's that time again to save big and score huge savings on our back-to-school bundle. Come into Appalachian Wireless today to see how you can save over $1,000 when you pair your favorite devices. Because the more you pair, the more you save. It's a deal that lets you gear up the entire family for school while saving big in the process. Stop in today at one of your favorite Appalachian Wireless retail locations or visit us at AppalachianWireless.com to learn how you can help your student get back to school ready. Hurry! Offer ends August 31st or while supplies last. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Pike County Relief Services is trying to gain community support to clean up and dredge Fish Trap Lake and surrounding creeks. Nick spoke with one of the volunteers to find out what you can do to help.
Pike County Relief Services is turning to the community for help cleaning up the Fish Trap Lake and its surrounding creeks. Due to the 2022 and 2025 floods, debris, rocks, and garbage have somewhat clogged the waterways, causing a rise in the water level and posing further risk. Pike County Relief Services volunteer Thomas Reed says it's not just about maintenance, but preventing future damage.
Thankful for our volunteers, thankful for our relief efforts and resources. But I got to thinking, this is just putting a Band-Aid over something that's just going to happen again. So I got to think in a much bigger picture, what can be done to help with flooding catastrophes in Eastern Kentucky? And I got to thinking about that, and I've talked to a few people around the community, and they pointed to the creeks in Fish Trap Lake. So I wrote several letters to our senators, to couple other folks in the government, and gotten no response in 4 months. So I thought a petition might be the next step.
A link to the petition can be found on PikeCountyReliefServices.org. Reed encourages his fellow community members to sign in order to help raise awareness of the issue and get larger organizations involved.
Someone once quoted this quote, and they said, doing something is better than doing nothing. And living here at a brief time that is, and people have been living here all their life, I just got a concern for the community, and going forward with that, and even helping with trying to get these creeks and Fish Trap Lake cleaned out. People know that it needs to be done, and our voices need to be heard.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Nick Collum.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Robin Tillman from Mountaintop News.